Hi guys, welcome back to Golden Reviewer. So this is the Xiaomi Mi 12S Ultra. That's a very long name. But anyway, the most interesting thing about this device is that it is the first ever device with Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, right? And so far we've heard some very good things about this new SoC. It supposedly improves a lot from its predecessor, especially in the efficiency department. So today we are going to test this device with the Genshin Impact game, which is one of the most demanding games out there, and see how much it actually improves and how well it actually performs in such a heavy game. As you can see that all the graphics settings were set to highest possible. And one thing to mention is that for Xiaomi devices, you have to go into the game tuner and set the graphics quality to high, otherwise the resolution will be lower than other devices. So I've already done that in this Xiaomi Mi 12S Ultra, and the resolution is okay, it's on par with other devices, so there is no lower resolution trick here. And just like my other test, the test will last for about 10 minutes. We'll follow a fixed route in the Inazuma region, and now the room temperature is around 25 degrees, so you will be able to see the real-time FPS and power consumption at the bottom. And if you want to watch the full video, please go ahead, otherwise skip to the end of the video where I will measure the device temperature and show you the full FPS and power consumption results. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to the test.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Next on the agenda.
Into the wind. To the ferry. Finally, I...
Born of ice and frost.
Finally, I... No.
Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
Solidify! Gather!
Time to work.
Going in!
Put your back into it.
One with nature. This time, one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Sting. I guess this is it.
Adventure time. Off we go. Adventure time.
Solidify! One with nature.
Next on the agenda. Everybody stand back!
This is order. Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
Access denied.
Stabilize.
Okay, so that's about 10 minutes of gaming. Let's measure the device temperature. Actually, for this device, it's a little bit strange, right? Because the material used is not exactly glass or metal or simple plastic. It's sort of fake leather that makes measuring temperature very difficult because the heat just doesn't go through. So I had to measure from the front, measuring the display, and the highest temperature I could find is 42.3 degrees, which is quite good. And then for the FPS result, you can see that on average, the FPS was 57.7, and this is the best result from any smartphone I've tested. Well, for sure, it's still not as good as the iPad mini 6, which is just a straight line of 60 FPS. Nothing can beat that device, but this is almost as good as you can get in any smartphone for now. And it is really good, right? Except when you are doing some very heavy battling, you can see some frame drops. But overall, the FPS was mostly at 60, and I'll say the gaming experience was quite enjoyable. And what's even better than the FPS figure is that the power consumption of this device is not that high, right? Here we can see that the highest point is maybe about 6 to 7 watt, and on average it only uses 5.5 watt of power, right? This is much better from, say, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 devices, where we can see some peak power consumption of over 10 watt, which is crazy, right? This is much more reasonable, and it does show that the new chip is indeed much more efficient. And lastly, this is the full result as compared to all the other devices I've tested. You can see it's right there at the top of all smartphones. Yeah, so unless you go for those gaming phones or you put some cooler on your device, this is as good as you can get from the mainstream flagship devices. And it's really impressive. I'm really happy that Qualcomm improved so much from the Snapdragon 888 and 8 Gen 1 disasters, right? So this is really impressive. So if you are looking for a smartphone right now, forget about any Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 devices, look for 8 Plus Gen 1 devices. They will be much better. Alright guys, so that's all for today's video. Stay tuned to my channel for more test videos, and perhaps I'll get a camera comparison very soon, right? So thanks for watching, and see you next time.